We're looking at Royce White highlights from 2 games here. Number 1 is Vipers versus Iowa Energy, which took place on the 5th of March. Number 2, Rio Grande Vipers versus the Austin Toros. So let's get to it. I'm going to look at the Energy first. Okay, so on this play, you see Royce White in the middle at number 33. He likes to take the ball out at the post, even though he's not much of a shooter. He can drive in, as you're going to see here. Nice touch. First points of the game. Right there you see Royce White come in with a defensive presence and getting the block. And a 3 on the other side. That's the power of a defensive turnover. Royce White with the rebound here. Takes the ball up. He likes to do that. And doesn't go in. No foul call. That's going to happen with him a lot. He looks for the foul. Doesn't always happen. So here Royce White quickly dumps it off to Hassan Whiteside, who can't finish the play. Royce gets the rebound off of a missed shot forced by Hassan Whiteside, takes it himself. We've seen him do this a few times. That one he gets the foul called. Some other times he won't. Another play later he gets blocked. Doesn't finish that. He's still missing easy layups, unfortunately. As you can see, that one was pretty bad. Now he looks for the foul, but sometimes the defense just doesn't come. And 1. Points for Royce White. Now I'm putting in his misses and his makes. Not all are spectacular plays or even plays to look into much like that one, but I feel like they're appropriate to put in anyway, so you have an idea of how the guy plays. So off of the pick and roll, Royce White gets it. Smaller man and jams. That was a jam from Royce White. Something I didn't know he could do. So the smaller man falls down. I love that Royce White gets on the floor and forces the turnover. If he doesn't get on the floor, that ball goes back to the Energy. So here, kind of a broken play. Shot clock's winding down. That's not Royce White's shot. That's way out of his range, and he knows it. He like that. He practices his shot form. He's laughing about it. He knows. Another block at the end of the quarter for Royce White. It's cool to see that he blocks the ball against smaller defenders. So here he picks up a foul. He had no chance of stopping that play, but he likes to put his arm in, and it's a bad habit. Bad habit. Use your feet to play defense, not your arm.
On the turnover, the Vipers get it back. This is Goudlock. Gets a pick, goes into traffic, floats it up and off the glass and in. And Goudlock now with 13.
You'll see off of the three men up top does the right things. He rolls with the player and then is in a position to either have it dumped off to him or pass to if the player, Goudlock, doesn't want to finish that ball. Good job, Royce White. So that play, he sort of, okay, so he lets the defender get by him, but I also think he slaps him with his arm. That could be a foul, and it was a foul earlier. That was less, it wasn't as apparent. So a little bit of a travel there, and then he misses the shot. I'm going to replay it again. Look at his feet. Maybe you'll have to watch it again, but boom, he takes an extra step there. Not really called in the D-League, and you'll see that a bunch, not just him, but other players do it too. This is a bad play from Royce, just not really paying attention. I don't like that he doesn't really get back. ISO, Royce White in the post, takes it to the man, doesn't finish, unfortunately. So Goudlock's trying to do something with the ball, not really working. Chris Johnson misses. Royce White with the big tip in. 45 seconds left, they're only up 1, and this game was close. That was really the dagger. You have Glenn Rice doing this right here. I'd say that play is just as important. But the crowd went, just the atmosphere in the arena, it was big when Royce White made that play. And if you look at a recap, any recap for the game is going to talk about that shot from Royce White. Okay, so good game from Royce White. This was his first good game. It wasn't great. His stats were okay. He had 10 points, 10 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists. This is the next game. Royce White, his defense, the guy misses. Takes it up himself and finishes with a foul. Cool. Right here, Royce White gets the ball isolated in the post. Travels again, I believe. Man doesn't bite on the fake, passes it out. I don't like that he traveled. I do like that the guy doesn't bite on the fake. Royce White doesn't force the shot, which you do see from some players. Anyways, he takes this step right before he bounces the ball. And it's a boom boom sort of thing. Things happen real quick, but that's a travel. He does do little things like that. They're going to call it in the NBA. So foul called there, and that's just a taste of what's to come. He was getting that foul call all night. I like that he was in position for a charge here. Forces the turnover anyway, but look at how he steps up. And that, the man wasn't expecting that, and that would have either been a charge or it was a turnover. So blocked. That's going to happen sometimes. Good defensive play. Royce White establishes the defensive position, but look at how he uses his elbows. Well, I'll show you in a sec. Anyway, they call that a travel. So he argues. He says, you'll see bad call. Bad call. Something about the ball. He says he smacked the ball out. The announcers say he smacked the ball out. Anyway, look. He puts his elbow out. I don't think you're allowed to do that. He does that a lot. I was going to make a whole video about that, but I'm not yet. I'm going to wait till he does it a little more. Anyway, he said that the announcers and him say that the ball got smacked out. Doesn't look like it from my angle, but who knows? Maybe you want to watch it again. So Royce White, they like to take it at Royce White in the post. And it was successful in other games, not in this one. He got the defensive strip there. So again, damn, I wasn't on my game. Well, he gets it isolated. The guy can't finish. Hopefully I replay it again. Damn it, I don't. Well, okay, I guess that's lost. So Royce White loses the ball. He does do that sometimes. Sometimes we get blocked. Not everyone's going to result in a score. And that's what happens when you turn the ball over. Isolated in the post. They like to go at Royce White. Glenn Royce gets a huge dunk. Royce White plays the point on the break. You know, that's what he can do. That's the power of Royce White. Not just a point forward. Well, yeah, he's a mobile point forward because that's not inherent in being a point forward. That's your mobile, but he is. Missed shot. Royce White doesn't do anything on that play. If you want to replay it again, or maybe I replay it, we'll see. But he does get the rebound. Nice dribble move there, and three-pointer. That three-pointer was directly a result of them having to collapse on him taking the ball up himself. So there they take it at him. It works out. Doesn't get the rebound, runs to the wing, takes the ball up himself as he likes to, finishes that one. The fact that that fell makes me think that the ones that he misses is a touch issue, and that sort of proves that he does have that in his arsenal. So in this play, he steps up, gets the charge that he didn't get earlier. Big play, Royce White. What I also want you to see when I slow it down here is how his man, 0-0, looks for a alley-oop that the point guard isn't ready to throw, but he is ready to catch. That's a score. But Royce White has the awareness to step up, take it in the chest, charge. Great play, Royce White. And look how close the game is. That's a big play. I mean, it's quarter two, granted, but it's nice to see that Royce White has that sort of defensive awareness, and he gets blocks too. So no call there. You know, that'll happen. I believe it results in a score. Not only does it result in a score, but it's Royce White's man because he doesn't get back fast enough. So, ISO ball. Okay, so he doesn't finish. He believes he gets fouled. Argues with the ref, and there's the technical. Royce White has an issue with technicals, which is why this pisses me off so much. He's got, it's at least 4. He's been ejected twice. I believe he's got a 5th, so this is number 6. I think in the NBA you have more leeway to talk to the refs, but he's got an issue with him and the refs, and he was necessary in this game. And, you know, another tech and he's gone. And it's not like Rasheed Wallace with a guy. I think there's a difference between his techs and Rasheed's techs. Anyway, another time. So bumps into the guy, doesn't get the roll, but it gets tipped in. So they're going at Royce White on the post. They get a little double team going. What I like here is that the guy tries to push Royce out of the way. And he's a bigger player. That's a center going at a power forward. But because Royce is so solid, that little hook move, which is illegal, but you know it's not always going to get called, does not work. So that's just a cool feature of Royce White on the. Okay, so I would have liked to see a bounce pass there, but anyway, it was a foul, and that's a nice take. So this is where a scoring frenzy started. The first scoring frenzy you ever see from Royce White as a D-League player. He gets fouled there. So this is a scoring frenzy, and it all came from the free throw line. He ended up 11 for 15 from the free throw line. Going up to this point, I believe he had only shot 6. So he shot 9 free throws in this span right here. You're seeing foul after foul. That was called the defensive blocking. I think it's a charge. You can make the judgment yourself. Plant, that looks like a charge to me. Anyway, he went to the line for that too. He was just racking up the free throws. And he's usually not a good free throw shooter. And that one, no foul called, stays with it. 3-pointer. Correct offensive awareness from Royce White. Dunk, he avoids the block there. From a different angle, that would look pretty cool. Takes it himself, gets fouled. There was a foul there. Nice how he hung in the air and looked to get the foul drawn on him. Oh, shit. No, I'm sorry. He puts a forearm out there and gets called an offensive foul, which made me want to make a whole video about how he uses his forearm illegally. So, no foul there. Well, he bumps the guy. The guy falls down. It's called on the defense, though. I like that play. I like those moves he was doing. And it doesn't work out, but he gets the foul. See, he's just getting foul after foul. And, oh my God, Royce White made his first jumper in the D-League. That is his first. I am not lying. He has not made, and that's it. So he gets a round of applause for that. Good job, Royce White. He shoots him, though, so it makes you think that he's well, he needs to develop that, honestly. Player with his skill set needs them to come out on him. Turns the ball over in the last play. Some ball movement. Royce is down at the on the block. Not really looking for the ball. Now he's looking for it. Gets position. Oh, okay. So this is end of the game. You see Gowdlock makes a 3 there. Look at the score. Royce White's free throw fury had them up by 16. They cut it to 5. The Toros were hot. Gowdlock scores. Roberts comes right back at him and makes a 3. And if you're on the Vipers, you feel the momentum. You can't tell from the highlights, but the crowd knew it. Everyone knew it. 3s back-to-back. Gowdlock goes, seals the game with an and one finish. That was awesome to watch. The crowd is going crazy. So the Vipers win in another close game. Royce White was essential in both of them. We're seeing a lot of improvement from Royce White already. People were quick to say that his career was over. He was going to be a bust. We've seen him get better at finishing at the rim. We've seen him work well in a zone and a man as the center, which means he's playing out of position. The first few centers really went at him and had success. Hilton Armstrong tore him apart 2 games ago in the one before, the highlights I have here. But it seems he's getting better, or he's just playing centers that aren't the same caliber. He's still getting in shape. I'd like to see his touch around the rim get better. He needs to stop arguing with the damn refs. But yeah, check out my Royce White highlights. I do an analysis and break down each of his games. You can just put it on in the background. Sometimes I have videos if I have time to make them. If not, I just talk about Royce White's game. Every thumbs up is appreciated. I do these videos so people who like Royce White can know about him. It's fun for me to do them. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed.